Diary. Welcome to the study. It's the 7th of July 2020 and today I've got two challenges. Firstly, to get you interested in labelling machines, and secondly, to perhaps think about buying the one you see in front of you, which is a Dymo Label Manager 360D. So let's start from the fundamentals as to why you would want a labelling machine, and I would say, why wouldn't you want a labelling machine? As someone who's had an entry-level one for at least 10 years now. The basic idea is you can use a labelling machine to label items and make your life less complex and more simplified. Many of us have got bad handwriting, so if you use a labelling machine, you have a uniformly printed label which everyone can read. And I have some examples. Here we go. So I have a whole series of boxes which I use for all sorts of different things, and as you can see, they are labelled. Here we are, just like that. You can use it in the kitchen, in the workshop, in the study, as you can see here for these boxes. It has a whole set of uses. I just can't imagine not having a labelling machine. So if you're a friend of mine and I see you at home without a labelling machine and it comes close to Christmas, yeah, guess what you might be receiving as a Christmas present. Let's go through the different types of things that I would look for in a labelling machine, and I'll try and demonstrate why the one in front of you is pretty much the best one, I would say, in the 100 GBP, £100 mark at the moment. The one in front of you is a Label Master 360D, and I can see it on Amazon for about £70. Which might sound like a lot of money, but we'll come to why it's actually quite a good machine and my sort of progress through different labelling machines. So I started off with a different labelling machine. I'm just going to scroll to the web to try and find out what I used to use. And the older labelling machines with a LetraTag series of labelling machines, the earliest ones, you'd actually press a button and it would actually physically indent onto some plastic. But that's going back about 20 years. For the last 10 years, there's a LetraTag machine. There's a whole series of them. Ones which are sort of handheld like this, like a long shape, sort of a bit like this kind of shape. And then you get the better ones, which look a bit like this one here in front of you, but they're not they are LetraTag. This is not a LetraTag machine. Okay. So with LetraTag machines, you have far fewer fonts available. The cartridges are much more expensive. And the machine I had, and I think probably all of them, I've had 2 or 3 different types of LetraTag machines, needed dry cell batteries. I think the one I ended up with was the LetraTag 100T. LetraTag 100T. And if you want a LetraTag machine, that's probably the best one to go for. I had that for at least 2 years, and whilst it was great, it's a machine looking very much like this. You can switch it on, it's got its own keyboard. I thought there might be something better, and what you see is the something better. So why is the machine in front of you the one that I would recommend? Like I say, it's priced about £70, the other one was about £20–30. Well, first of all, the cartridges are a lot cheaper. Let's look at the cartridges. So they come in this little seal packet here. They're 7-metre long cartridges, and this machine can have more than one depth of label. So for sure, I know this can have a 12mm or 19mm label. Now these, the old LetraTag machines that were on 12mm, so I've gone and bought the 12mm labels. These labels are a lot cheaper than on the old LetraTag, so that's a big advantage. The second advantage is this is a rechargeable battery machine, so it comes with a power adapter and a rechargeable battery. I just charge it here, and there's a lithium-ion battery inside, which comes with the machine, and that's it really. The battery does last a long time. Don't be fooled into thinking you need to buy a second battery. You can just plug it in and charge it overnight, for example, and use it for the full next day. So you don't need a second battery, you just need the machine, so that limits your cost. So I used to find, I think the old one took 6 dry cell batteries, which I used to find just unbelievable. So I thought in the long run, this is going to work out cheaper, if only because I don't have to keep on buying those flipping batteries all the time. So what else has this machine got in common, I think, with the 100T? Well, it's got a QWERTY keyboard. It's got the ability to have different sizes of fonts. This has got a dedicated numeric keyboard pad here. And also, of course, it's got uppercase and lowercase. It's got in terms of formats, you've got different fonts. See if we can do this without getting it wrong. Basic, fun format, serif format. You've got, this is where I can never remember how to get out of this. Right, there we go. Format. You've also got different sizes, and you've got bold and italic. You've also got underline and you've got box. So you've got quite a few different formats you can play with. You've got all the special characters you can possibly imagine. You have to insert those special characters. It's a little bit fiddly, but it's passable. And you've got different, and you can see on the screen, you've got space for 2 lines of type. So it's a pretty flexible machine. It's about £70. The only thing I would say is let's compare this machine with some of the other products that Dymo sell. By the way, in the marketplace, there's probably Dymo and Brother are the 2 leading brands that I would say are in the running. But why would I pick this machine over some of the other products that Dymo sells? I'm going to go to my web screen to have a little look here. So one of the other products that Dymo sells is a product that connects to your PC. So there's no keyboard, it's just a unit by itself which plugs into your PC, either via Wi-Fi or USB. And you could say, well, I could use one of those products. I would recommend this product because it's got its own dedicated keyboard. You just switch it on and you can use it standalone anywhere. You can put it in a bag, take it to your friend's house. With the PC connecting machine, obviously there's a problem. You need to attach it to your PC. So Dymo also makes, so you think, okay, we'll rule out the PC one, but what about this other one that Dymo make? Well, yes, Dymo do make another one, which is a smartphone friendly labeling machine. I'm trying to find the something like Label Manager PNP, something like that. So they do a little square box machine, which is much smaller than this. In fact, it's not. It's practically the size of one of these DLT tape cases, which is what I'm putting all my gadgets in. It's a portable Bluetooth connected labelling machine. Again, it needs a smartphone to act as the keyboard interface to the labelling machine. And my take on all of this is you want a labelling machine that's as easy to use as possible. This has got its own keyboard, its own rechargeable battery. It can take different types of tapes, although I would still recommend the 12mm, and by the way, different colours. Always printing black, but black on, say, white or black on yellow. This is your all singing, all dancing, does it basically everything labelling machine. It's better than the old Electrotag because the labels are cheaper and it's using rechargeable batteries. And again, I'd stress that having a labelling machine shouldn't just be an option. You can label your boxes, you can label things in the kitchen, you can label things in your study or your garage. It's just absolutely ace. So I hope you've convinced you to look at labelling machines at the very least, and if you do look at labelling machines, I'd recommend this 360D. Okay, thanks for watching, Darry.